Hey guys, and welcome back. We're going to talk about mistaken identity. Um, what if a person that looked like you know, they say everybody has a twin, but what if a person who looked like you had did a crime and they had eyewitness of how this person looked, and they the person looked just like you, so they pick you out and you do 17 years for a crime that your lookalike committed. That'll be a nightmare. Well, that exactly what happened to a guy in Kansas named Richard Jones. In 1999, a man who, I mean, looks similar to him, um, was committing a robbery. He tried to snatch this woman's purse, and she struggled with him, and he was unable to get the purse. He got her phone, and she fell to the ground. And because she scraped her knees, and he had took her phone, that classified the crime as aggravated robbery. Now, eyewitnesses wrote down the license plate of the car involved in the robbery, tracked down the driver of the car, who led them to the house where they say the guy who did the crime lived, and his name was Rick. Um, the driver went to the precinct because he didn't know this guy. He just looked through some pictures and he saw a black guy, light skinned complexion. He said, "That's him." And everyone else who was an eyewitness said, "Yeah, that's him." And they picked this Richard Jones up, and he kept saying, "Hey, I was not there. It was not me." He had a solid alibi. He was at his girlfriend's birthday party. They had several guests who testified they saw him, but and they had no proof that he was the guy, only by eyewitness. No fingerprints, no phone, no nothing. And he had spent 17 years in prison, stating that he was innocent. I know it's a lot of people in prison saying they're innocent, but um, this group, um, called the Midwest Innocent Project, is they partner with the University of Kansas, and they try to prove people who say they're innocent, they're innocents. And good thing that team investigated this case. And how about 17 years later, they find out that he was not the man who did the crime. Looks just like him. You're looking at the picture. Richard Jones is the guy on the right who spent 17 years in prison for mistaken identity. The guy on the left, whose first name is Ricky, which they call him Rick, which some people named Richard, they call you Rick. His name was Ricky Amos, and he's the one that committed the crime 17 years ago. And thankfully, that, like I said, that these lawyers looked up his case, and they found that he was innocent, and he was let out of prison this week or here recently. And God bless him. I wish him the best, but they've taken away 17 years of this man's life, his freedom. He said he has two daughters and grandchildren that have never seen him before. And he wishes no ills for this Amos guy, you know. So, but man, I hope he I just wish him the best and may God be with him. But yeah, you're talking about a case of mistaken identity. This was really awful. It's like this guy lived a nightmare, but it's just a blessing that he's been found innocent, and I'm sure a lawsuit is in the future for him, because I mean, even there's no set amount of cash that can get someone 17 years back, but if anybody deserve it, this guy does. All right, well, leave your comments at the bottom, and until we meet again, thanks for watching. Bye bye.